Hello, gentlemen of the GFO. This is the Byron Bugle here, coming at you from our bunker here, deep beneath the foothills of the Adirondack Mountains. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're taking this quarantine seriously. There's a rumor going around that there's a little bit of a get-together Thursday night. I would advise against that. Listen to our elected officials. We all know the government knows what's best for us. I also want to clear up some rumors that I and another person in the GM and the GFO are the same person. That is not true. I know what GM people are saying that I am, and there's way too many differences for us to be the same person. For one, he is a Detroit Lions fan. I mean, I would never be a Lions fan. I'm a 49ers fan. He is very good looking. I am just good looking. He is a big LeBron James hater. I am a huge LeBron James fan. This is one of my prized possessions here. He dislikes Harry Potter. I am a Harry Potter nut. I believe he thinks it's demonic or something like that. I think he was told that at the school he went to and churches that he has attended his entire life. So we're not the same person, so I hope we can get past that and just enjoy the content that the Bugle puts out on a consistent basis. I was asked by a few GMs, some requests to just do a couple videos because everybody's bored, tired of being in quarantine, social distancing. So I decided to try it. I couldn't really think of anything specific to talk about, so I just chose something simple for the first video. I'm just going to tell you who I think are the top 3 in the league as far as rosters at this very second, and bottom 3 in the league, maybe bottom 4. I'm not going to take into consideration cap space, RFAs, or first-round picks, or any of that stuff. So, getting right to it, I think the easy place to start is at the top. The greatest show. I don't think there's any debate on the fact that he has the best roster in the league right now. Nobody's really close. Top to bottom, Kyler Murray, Christian McCaffrey, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, Chris Godwin, A.J. Brown, Deebo Samuel. It just goes on and on. It seems like it never ends. You look at his entire roster, and everybody wants what he has, basically. And, so there's not much of an argument as far as who's on top. The second place team in my little ranking here is a little bit more difficult to figure out. I think you've got a couple teams up there. White Trash, Green Dean, maybe the Nips. They all have a claim they could make as far as the second best roster in the GFO right now. Again, no RFA, no picks, no cap space, any of that stuff. You've got Nips with Barkley, Evans, Kelsey, Sutton, 4 or 5 really good cornerstones for a very good dynasty team. And you've got White Trash with Galladay, Coop, Joe Mixon. I think I'm going to give the edge to Nips here over White Trash. White Trash Diggs, Stephon Diggs went to Buffalo. That's not the greatest situation in the world. You got Joe Mixon with a little bit of a contract issue. Don't know if they're going to pay him what he wants. I don't know if there's going to be a holdout there. And then the last team you got in there is Dean, who has, Miles Sanders, Nick Chubb. He's got a decent roster as well. So I believe White Trash, Nips, and Dean are pretty similar, but I'm going to give Nips the edge at the number 2 spot as far as the best rosters go. And I guess I'll give a little bit of an edge to White Trash. If you look at the Dynasty rankings, he has quite a few guys ranked still, including Diggs, even though I think his value took a hit. He's got a lot of guys ranked in the top 50 or 60 as far as Dynasty players go. So my top 3 right now rosters would be Show, Nips, White Trash. Moving down to the bottom, this one was a pretty easy pick too, but there's another GM that's made it a harder choice. Gorilla is the pick for number 12. He's got Lamar Jackson, and he doesn't have much else besides Lamar. And I don't know what else much to say about that. The only thing I can think of is that maybe he needs to consider trading Lamar Jackson to see what kind of haul he can get. Obviously, if it's not just a massive group of picks and players, then he doesn't need to. But he needs to look into it a little bit. And then right up above the Gorilla, I mean, a lot of people think Bean and Toilet are down there, and they are. They're not looking great at the moment. But another GM, since he won the championship, has dismantled his roster. His main guy, Deshaun Watson, lost his best receiver. Who knows what's going on in Houston? I have no idea. Watson's value took a hit, and he also has DJ Moore. Not much else. And like I said, we're not talking about picks and cap space. So yes, he does have a great chance to improve that roster, and he does have a couple RFA guys he can re-sign. But if we're going by what we've got right now, Trash is down there right on top of the Gorilla at number 11. Moving on to number 10, it's going to be between Toilet and Bean. And I think I've got to put Toilet up there. He just got rid of Antonio Brown. That was a decent move, even though he had to get rid of Juju. He did clear some space and open some things up, but he still has Patrick Mahomes, who can dominate any kind of a game. He can win you a few weeks all by himself. He's got Terry McLaurin, who seems to be a great young receiver. Hopefully he can get a better quarterback in there. Bean, he's got Hopkins, who is in a great situation in Arizona, but Bean has Hopkins on his last year at $10. And I don't think Hopkins is going to be on the Bean roster before the season starts. I really don't. I think somebody's going to trade for him. And Bean obviously still has Aaron Rodgers, who's on the downside of his career. But I think I'd put Toilet's roster a little bit better than Bean, so I'd go on the bottom, Gorilla, number 11, Trash, number 10, Bean. Bean and Trash are so close right now with Trash. Trash has a lot more a lot more options to improve his team over the next few months. So on the top, you got Show, Nips, White Trash, and on the bottom, you've got Gorilla 12, Trash 11, Bean 10. And then you got in the middle, Toof, Big Dogs. I think I think Big Dogs is closer to the top than the bottom. I think Nappy is right in the middle at the 6 or 7 range right now. Soldier is up there, probably a little bit above Nappy. But anyway, that was a quick 10-minute video. Maybe I can think of another topic or something